I wonder if it's a surface contact ahead of me. Well, let's take a little sneaky look. No. Oh, that's not... Oh, boy. Alright, hello, Ivan. Nice to see you here. I'm going to try something here. We're going to try and shake off my torpedoes and send them into the twisting, burning wreckage of whatever the heck this thing is ahead of me, and I don't have the wherewithal to recognize it. So in theory, we could knuckle and get a torpedo to skip out of me and go for Ivan here. Well, good morning and welcome back to Cold Waters. It's another mission in SSN-591, the USS Shark. And today our mission is to intercept and destroy some SSGNs, I believe. There might just be SSGs. Some cruise missile carrying Soviet submarines. So let's give it a go. Now, as I start this mission, my machine is finishing off a video render. So I'm curious as to how well I can record and how well the game performs. The game is a little janky, but it performs okay. But let's get stuck in. So we've just they basically bounced something. We don't know quite what it is. I'm going to go ahead and pop my sensors up. If we can see what this is. Okay, that's on the surface. All right. Let's take a look at this merchant. Well, it looks like it's got a star on it, so therefore it's potentially a viable target. And I mean, that looks a little suspicious. Military supplies on the deck there, a heavy sea as well. So it's really unfortunate that in heavy seas, you know, sometimes things go missing. So yeah. Right, well, that's given me a target there, I think. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to target that. Now, the other side effect of this is it might draw out whatever we have to hunt. We know that there's a cruise missile. Well, no. We know that there are cruise missile class submarines out there. We don't know if this is indeed that particular contact. So let's go ahead and launch. And we'll drop our depth to below 200 feet to get underneath the duct and the layer. Okay. Oh, no response from anything out there, which I'm kind of encouraged by in a way, because they're not 2,000 yards. 2,000 yards behind me and have fired upon me. But I was hoping to get something. Well, that's okay. We'll let this torpedo run out, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, still nothing. Okay, well, that's the 200 feet point, so I expect to possibly detect something. Now, with my torpedo running close to the surface at periscope depth, it's a little harder for the enemy submarines to detect it, but torpedoes are pretty noisy. The Mark 48, I read online, it's 160 decibels in that navigation mode, I think 230 in attack mode. So it's generating a lot of noise, and so far nothing. Let's go ahead and ease off my descent. I'm going to turn a little more to the south here.
Come right to 160, helm I.
Let's accelerate time. Still nothing.
Con, helm, steady course.
I confess to expecting something by this point, but I guess not, so I'm going to antagonize them. Let's give a one sonar ping.
Con sonar, switching to active search. Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Now it sounded like I did a fairly convincing Sean Connery Hunter Red October moment there, at least in my monitor. But I'll have to review that and see how terrible I sounded. Nothing. Not a squeak from the bad guys. I was hoping to get a response. And sometimes the response that you get is not really what you hope for because it's 5 torpedoes fired in your vicinity. But yeah. Okay. Maybe another ping. Well, let's make this. I'm actually going to use active sonar on
fire control. Weapon acquired.
On this torpedo. That is going to excite the enemy. I'm sure. There we go. Hey, you can sense the excitement, right? Wow, nothing. I mean, like, absolutely nothing. Oh, another active ping, I think.
Con sonar, switching to active search.
We might give it a couple of pings this time. Hey, there we go.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Okay, so it's on my port bow, whatever it is.
Come left to 0. Make turns for 1-5 knots.
Gonna run up to 15 knots. We're gonna keep the depth at about.
Sonar lost contact. Master 1.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 1-5 knots.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 1. Last bearing 2-5-2. Contact breaking up. Con helm, steady course.
Okay, we're gonna keep the depth just below 300 feet. We've cranked it onto 15 knots as something of a compromise between speed and ears. Now I will need to slow the skipjack down, but it came from the vicinity of the trawler. And I have known the Russians to hide a boat. I've tried this as well, and it can work pretty effectively. But hide myself in the wake of a surface contact. So I was hoping for something else, but nothing right now. So let's drop to 10 knots and give another active ping.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering eye. Con maneuvering, making turns for 10 knots.
Okay.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Usually, if you can't detect the bad guys,
Make turns for 1-5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
they are the primary objective, and they're trying to hide from you. So,
400 feet.
that
Make
doesn't.
turns for 20 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Passing 500 feet.
It doesn't necessarily surprise me that I'm getting nothing back, but I'm going to head in that direction at 20 knots. I'll accelerate time. It's dangerous to be accelerating time in a circumstance like this because it's entirely possible that they'll fire upon you and you won't get to hear it until you're right on top of it. And you're not at 33 knots, so it takes a bit of time to get up to speed. But I'm feeling adventurous. I'm feeling brave. What's the worst that happens? Okay, that's what happens. And of course,
Come left to 337. Helm eye.
I got the ping,
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
and I immediately,
Fire control. Weapon
oh
acquired.
wow, this thing's close. Oh crap, poop sticks.
3 knots. Maneuvering
Yeah,
Sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo
That's-
in the water.
that's-
Bearing 070.
when I said what's the worst that
700 feet.
happened, I didn't necessarily think that this would be the worst that happened, but there we go. Right, now we're in a whole heap of trouble. Go, David. Alright, well, I'm showing them my my propeller because, oof, that's 3. Great. Let's get my depth up. I don't want to be hit below, well, I don't want to be hit, basically, but I don't want to be hit below test depth. It was probably
700 feet.
instant destruction.
Passing
Oh.
600 feet.
We'll reduce the depth. I'm going to punt over the top,
We are cavitating.
like so. Drop a noisemaker. Crank it on starboard.
Passing 500 feet.
And level out my depth. Let's see if this is going to work.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
What I'm doing here is I'm notching
600 feet.
this
Sonar, noisemaker bearing
torpedo right
0,
behind me.
6.
And it's a little bit higher than me. Good, it's turning the other way.
Torpedo room, tube.
Slight stutter there as I get a bit apprehensive about what might be about to happen. Depth, depth, depth. Okay, back to
Con
7.
sonar, new contact bearing 088. Designated Sierra. Con sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 0, 9.
That's fine.
7.
That's fine. No problem here. Wait, knuckle.
Knuckle form.
Now the knuckle might distract the torpedo that's right behind me. I don't think it did. It did not. But it was worth a try, because sometimes it actually works.
Con, knuckle formed.
Usually against an inferior torpedo, but I mean, hey, we'll try against a decent one.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 099.
Con, knuckle formed.
So now, switch back to map view. This might be a case of surviving as long as I can and hoping that my torpedo takes care of the bad guys before their torpedo takes care of me.
700 feet. Passing 700 feet.
I would really like to be at 700 feet, not just passing through it, constantly passing through. There we go.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, so I've cranked it onto 33 knots. My torpedo is chasing me. Whoopie-doo-dah-doo. And whatever Sierra 3 is, I actually do have a contact on it, but I don't know what it actually is. And there's a Mark 48 coming up on my 2 o'clock. That's always good.
Con, knuckle formed.
I think I want to watch this. Yeah, let's crank it on like this. Looks like I managed to disrupt it. Drop a noisemaker in a few seconds. Go noisemaker.
Passing 600 feet.
Oh, I think
Con sonar,
we
are
pulled
cavitating.
something out of the bag there.
Knuckle formed.
Dive, dive, dive. Get down to depth. There's another one chasing me, but that's okay. Wait, another knuckle.
Con, knuckle formed.
Now I've notched it, which means I'm traveling perpendicular.
500 feet.
And what that means is, in theory,
Sonar, no longer cavitating.
another knuckle there. In theory, it means that it's much harder for it to track me. I may have just avoided the Mark 48 for just long enough to get back to whatever the heck this thing is ahead of me. And I don't know if it's submerged or otherwise. Okay, they're coming up behind me. Yep, there we go. I wonder if it's a surface contact ahead of me. Well, let's take a little sneaky
Con
look.
sonar, Sierra 3
No.
is classified as
Oh, that's
the
not.
first
Oh boy.
submarine.
All right. Hello, Ivan. Nice to see you here. I'm going to try something here. We're going to try and shake off my torpedoes and send them into the twisting, burning wreckage of whatever the heck this thing is ahead of me, and I don't have the wherewithal to recognize it. So in theory, we could knuckle and get a torpedo to skip out of me and go for Ivan here. I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to be able to tell. Oh, it might be a Charlie 1.
Knuckle formed.
And he's coming down to say hello. Hello, chaps. Look how big the thing is.
Knuckle formed.
How small we are in comparison. He might take a couple of hits to kill, which is good, because there's 3 torpedoes now. One ahead of me. Yep.
Sonar, noisemaker bearing 154.
He's actually being tracked by his own torpedo now. I need to shake this Mark 48 off. Somehow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but if I get out of the way, he might detect the Charlie 1 before he detects me. He might do. Nope. But let's knuckle him again. Okay, come on. Turn away, turn away, turn away. Oh, poppycock. That's a jolly shame. Gonna have to just... okay, alright. Turn back towards him.
Sonar, we are cavitating.
There we go. It worked.
Sonar, no longer cavitating.
Oh, I need to watch this. Actually, I need to get out of the way as well, but I need to watch this. You are being pursued by...
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 146.
Dang, how do you manage that?
Con, sonar, lost contact.
Knuckle formed.
Okay, this has gotten pretty exciting, because now we're going to trade torpedoes against each other. I mean, I could make things crazy and just introduce a MOS into this, but I'd have to slow down to do that, and I don't really want to do that right now. That would be, could be disastrous. I can't detect him either. And we're about. So this torpedo ahead of me is going for the noisemaker. Great.
Passing 600 feet.
Con, sonar, we are cavitating.
Oh, that's not good. This thing's to my starboard side.
Con,
Okay.
sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing 600 feet.
There's a lot going on here.
Knuckle formed.
Well, this isn't good. What are you going for, sunshine?
Passing 600 feet.
Oof.
Con, sonar, we are cavitating. Con, sonar, regained contact on Sierra 3.
I don't think my crew really know what's going on right now. I don't really know what's going on right now. I'm just, if I see something, I'm trying to get out dodge. Okay.
Con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
There you are.
Knuckle formed.
That's going for the knuckle. Okay. It's a big submarine. If I slow down, I could potentially get a torpedo up his jacksie, but I may also get one up mine. I don't really want to do that, so I think I'm just going to have to, well, faff around and hope for the best.
Knuckle formed.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 3.
Yeah, he's dropping noisemakers like they're going out of fashion. I think I need to get up to his depth. I'm going to cavitate doing that, but that's
Con, sonar, we are cavitating.
going to be okay.
Knuckle formed.
Up to his depth, David. Now there's one following him.
Passing 500 feet.
This might be about to be an impact. It looks like it's going to be an impact. I may not wish to be... Oh,
Passing
wow.
400 feet.
Wow.
Passing
You've...
400 feet.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 134.
Passing 400 feet.
Con, sonar,
Knuckle formed. Passing 300 feet. Knuckle formed.
Oh, this thing's right on me. That's not good. That's 2 right on me. That's really not good, but we'll spiral down. That's 3 on me. Okay, we'll spiral right down.
Passing 400 feet.
Not worried yet. Not worried.
Knuckle
A
formed.
little bit worried, but only slightly worried. Yep, completely fine. Now I'm going to worry about our depth.
600 feet.
Con, sonar, no longer cavitating.
Yeah.
700 feet.
Ooh, we are way deep.
Con, sonar, noisemaker, bearing 166.
Passing 700 feet.
Another knuckle. Let's climb over this thing. Oh, crap. Oh.
Passing 600 feet.
Eek. Quick
Passing
noisemaker.
We are cavitating.
Yep, don't doubt it. Let's try and shake you off. Get depth, depth,
Passing
depth.
400 feet. Passing 300 feet.
There's a lot. This thing is right behind me. Okay.
Passing 200 feet.
I really could do with it going for him, not going for me.
Passing 200 feet. Con, knuckle form.
Might have worked, but now we're on a bit of a collision course here. Okay.
Passing
Okay.
300 feet.
Didn't think I'd be in a dogfight with
Con, knuckle formed.
something as unagile as this.
Con, knuckle formed.
Wow. There's a little... I mean, there's no point in me saying there's a lot going on, but he is most definitely being chased.
Con, knuckle formed.
Let's knuckle away from him.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
I think it's time to get a cheeky shot off. Oh no, maybe not, because if I slow down, this is the moment when both of us will catch a torpedo.
Con, knuckle
You're
formed.
coming right at me, Sunshine. What are you doing? I don't think so. No, I don't want you to hit me.
We are cavitating.
Passing 500 feet.
Wowzers. Did you...
Passing 400 feet.
Clever lad.
Passing 300 feet.
Okay, we're gonna snoop back on your tail now, Sunshine.
Passing
You've
300 feet.
you've upset me enough here where I want to try and get a bit of a dogfight shot on.
Con, knuckle formed.
Okay, let's go for it.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing 500 feet.
Shoot 2-1. Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Right, kill him.
Make turns for 3.
Con
Ah.
sonar, we are cavitating.
Con, fire control.
Con sonar.
That
no
didn't
longer
work.
cavitating.
That did not work.
Turns for 2-0 knots.
And I lost the wire, so oh well.
3 knots.
Now there are 4 torpedoes. I thought I had him then, but I guess I dropped on his high 4 o'clock, and it wasn't enough. Oh, that's 1 torpedo gone. I'm tempted to see if I can get another shot off at you, because he's right in front of me.
Make turns for 10 knots.
I mean,
Maneuvering eye.
he's right there, so maybe...
Shoot.
Make turns for 3.
That's made him live. It's tracking. It's tracking. Oh, he's firing at me, though. That's fine.
Con, fire control. We've lost the
We
wire.
lost the wire. That's less fine. But it's right on his tail, so maybe
Con
it's
sonar,
going to get him.
Bearing 1, 4,
Nope.
6.
Oh boy. I've just made the more complicated situation more complicated.
Con, knuckle formed.
Well, something's going to get him, because
Con, torpedo room. Tube 1 ready.
for fear of that's what she said, we can't keep this up forever. Right? Surely.
Con, knuckle formed.
I mean, we could try. Okay, there's another torpedo to my port side. It's actually above me. I'm tracking him.
600 feet.
So, seems a little bit less hectic.
Noisemaker bearing 038.
Con, knuckle formed.
And he looks like he's making a ton more noise than me. Maybe he's just a bigger target. Okay, there's something on my tail now. Oh, I think I know what that is.
Con, knuckle formed.
It's, yeah, he's doing 26 knots. I don't really want to necessarily
Con, knuckle formed.
match his
Con sonar,
depth,
we are cavitating.
but it might be sensible if I
Passing
did.
500 feet.
This isn't good.
Con sonar lost.
Okay.
Passing 400 feet.
It's kind of difficult to keep my perspective on what's going on.
Con, torpedo room. Tube 2 ready.
So this my torpedo is coming right around behind me.
Con sonar regained contact on.
It's
038,
acquired, mate.
Bearing 3 3.
Con, knuckle formed.
Knuckle it away.
Con,
Okay.
sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water.
And
3, 0, 6.
the one to my port side's knuckling has got me as well. So we'll drop down here.
Passing 400 feet.
Yep, it picked me up again.
Con, knuckle formed.
Get him on my tail, turn hard towards it, knuckle it away.
Knuckle formed. Passing 400 feet.
Change in depth should hopefully make a difference.
Passing
Right.
300 feet.
Crank it round. There's one right behind me, but we're going to knuckle that one away and see if it will go for
Knuckle formed.
Charlie here. Alright Charlie, me old mucker. I have a torpedo in the kisser. Nice little result that would be. Okay, let's straighten up. Right, there's one behind me. Quick knuckle,
Con, knuckle formed.
like so. See if that shakes it off. It does. This is a juicy target right ahead of him.
Con,
And
sonar. Noisemaker bearing 277.
there are only Mark 48s? Yeah, there are. This is the 2 Mark 48s I fired recently.
Con, knuckle formed.
Turn up for the books. So how many Mark 48s does it take to sink one of these guys? It seems the answer is, well, so far we're at 3.
Passing 300 feet.
Okay,
Con, knuckle formed.
another knuckle. It's close,
Passing 400 feet.
close in past Malarkey. Might regret that. Look at the size of this thing. Which I know.
Passing 500 feet.
Also what she said.
Con, sonar. Noisemaker bearing 2. Set con, sonar. No longer cavitating.
Passing 600 feet.
We slot in behind him here.
Make turns for 1, 0.
And if I can, I'm going to have you. I could do with maybe losing a bit more speed.
Make turns for 0.
Okay.
Make turns for 1, 5 knots. Maneuvering.
Kill.
Make
Did I get it? Yes!
3 knots. Maneuvering.
Okay.
Passing 700 feet.
As they said in Hunt for Red October, put it on the roof. Haha. Oh, dogfight kill. Alright.
600 feet.
Now the plan here is these 2 Mark 48s are going to go for this huge big
Con, sonar.
target.
We are cavitating.
And I do not want to be anywhere near this when it happens.
Passing 400 feet.
I wish to be somewhere else.
Passing 300 feet.
Cause they missed.
Passing 200 feet. Passing 100 feet.
Well, we've just breached the surface. That's a shame. I didn't really want to do that. But okay.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 3.
Passing
Do.
100 feet.
Con, sonar. No longer cavitating.
Is basically stop dead. I want to stop dead here, if I can, and get it pretty much on the surface, like so. Okay.
Make turns for 0 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Okay. I don't know that I can see him. No, not here, unfortunately. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to loiter around here. If I pull all the way back, no, I can't see him. Okay. But there's 2 Mark 48s, 2 very dangerous torpedoes right underneath me, pretty much. Switch back to the map view. Oh, there, he's not directly underneath me. Okay.
Passing 100 feet.
This might end in tears. Okay, it hasn't, so...
Make depth 4 by feet. Dive by.
Okay. So, let's switch to the view of this torpedo on the west side. Yeah, he's basically pacing. Without a wire, I can't do much. I can't force the torpedoes to go lower. They're just going to pace. Right. Well, I think that just about, well, that does draw today's video to a close. That was very intense, and I have no idea what sort of commentary I was able to keep going during that, because there was a lot going on. A lot of changes in direction, a lot of changes in depth, a lot of ballast movement independent of the bow planes, and that's quite intentional. Sometimes I want to change my submarine's attitude, so I'll point it nose up but keep the thing submerged, and then when I crank the ballast back up, it rises very quickly, and that can be a useful way to just throw a torpedo off. You can fuse it with a knuckle, and then you rise 50-100 feet over it. Whew. And I think we took 4 torpedoes to kill this guy. So good fight. That was one of the most intense. I call that dogfight. I don't know what I call it. But that was intense.
Con, torpedo room, 2-1 ready.
And there's no shame in loitering at 0 knots at periscope depth, because we're just gonna let the boat relax for a little bit. Yeah, we're still pointing nose down, aspect ratio, although it's slowly correcting itself. Right, well I hope you got something from that, other than mild heart palpitations through the anxiety of what was going on. But have a great day, and maybe I'll see you the next one. Thanks so much everyone, take care. Goodbye.